that was her purse. Disgusting with do for a purse. Disgusting with do for the clout. I'm one of the realest, the realest could vouch. They thought I was done, but all that doubt. You gotta pay my next around. Salute when you see me. Put in the car to my runner, get to the beat. Still thugging like the days when they weren't here in my CD. Made it out of the trenches. Just salute when you see me. Yeah, salute when you see me. I'm getting greedy. I blow to her pressure on me. That's on me. I'm conceited. Greedy. Nah, that ain't how we treat it.
We're in the so-called rock and roll capital of the world, Cleveland, Ohio, at First Energy Stadium on the shores of Lake Erie. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Buffalo Bills. It's the marquee game of opening weekend, and off we go on a Sunday night on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First down and a little extra for Mostert, and all the way up to the 45-yard line. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
A big gain there for the Bills. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Mecole Hardman there to make the grab. And the Bills are on the board here first in the season opener. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Now it's Parker. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their own 23. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And some room to maneuver. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big pickup there on the run. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
Mayfield able to get this one to his tight end, Njoku. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Throwing, Mayfield. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. A give running right is Chubb. Trucks over him. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. And they get Jack Conklin there, the right tackle. Following the penalty, Chubb. Tackle made there by Matt Milano.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. 2nd and 14. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Pass caught by Ruggs, middle of the field. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting them in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we died here in this 1st quarter. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. From the gun, Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Bills are going to get the football back. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Allen getting this out to the flat, Mostert. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. They do go for it. Here's Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield.
Mission accomplished on that throw. Slant, pick up the first down. I like how he just put it on the receiver and didn't lead him on that one.
Happened quickly. Defense, not much they could do. A first down run from Barkley, pretty well defended. Give him 3 yards on the play.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And that is incomplete.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
Flush to his right. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Here's Allen to throw it. Flushed out right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Mayfield now from the 50. That completes it again to Metcalf. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. Mayfield now. Eluding the pressure right. Rifles one. It's going to be intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. Past the 20. And it's a huge return as he brings this all the way back down to the 15-yard line. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into
touchdown Bills. Mecole Hardman with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Here's Bass now for the extra point. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Now it's Parker. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. At their own 20-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game? At the 22-yard line.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. To throw, Mayfield. To the right side, incomplete to Metcalf. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Watch the run, watch the run.
Now Mayfield.
Watch the slant.
He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
A give. This is Chubb. And some space here.
You know they pay me
and
extra
all
for
the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, 36 yards. And the Browns have cut it back within a score. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will shrink to 6. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Set to return. Here's Raheem Mostert. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Here's a give to Barkley. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, Mostert. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's got this down to the 35.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Greg Newsome up to make the stop.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
1st down and a little extra for Mostert. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Raheem Mostert, 32 yards. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
88 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
The Browns on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Handoff comes to Chubb. Sheds him off at the 45. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Runs over him. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Mayfield. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
Bart, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths starting to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Let's go, D. Big series right here.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
The fumble on first down now. Here's 2nd down. Mayfield. This is the tight end, Njoku. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play. Even
touchdown, Browns! David Njoku, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns are back within a score. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Mostert now to return. And he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Flag down. This could set him back. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Allen. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Third down and 10 yards to go.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And they're going to have a first down and also well into field goal range. All the way down to the 15 here.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
Escaping the pressure right. That one caught by Felton. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. To throw again on second down. Mayfield. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. And just a yard to go here on second down. Allen now looks to throw. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Mecole Hardman as the first half is winding down. And the Bills will extend their lead here just before halftime. And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. An extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started as they take over here with 11 seconds remaining. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Final play of the half, Mayfield. Looking deep downfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's in for the touchdown. The final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And with the clock at all zeros, they get the touchdown to make this just a one-score game into the lockers.
And you know what else it does? Besides boost their confidence, it doesn't change your game plan any. See, if they're down bigger going into the half, you may have to revise what you plan to do in the second. But now in this spot, within one score and striking distance, you go ahead and keep playing and do what you've worked out all week long.
So we've reached halftime here in our initial Sunday night telecast of the new season. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And, Charles, they trail here, though not really the fault of this offense.
No, they certainly did their part in the first half. But when you're in a shootout like this, you definitely want your defense to play better, but you know that's out of your control. All you can do, keep putting points on the scoreboard and keep giving your defense opportunities to make stops.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Mayfield looks to throw. He's got Njoku over the middle.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
A run for Nick Chubb. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They run it again with Chubb. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career. And Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
Up to make the play defensively, Tre'Davious White. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he'll be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 41. 151 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory even if they don't get it, though. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. Bust through the tackle. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb and tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, and defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Now Chubb. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? Can see this quite a bit on running plays with the guys out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
That is caught inside the 5. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a second down here.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
From the 3, 2nd and a yard. On the ground, it's Chubb. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with 3rd down looming. And again, it's Chubb. And Chubb fighting, but nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped short of that 1st down marker. Now Mayfield on 4th down. That's to his running back, complete. Touchdown! Nick Chubb, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point attempt to follow here. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd quarter.
That ties the game, 27.
So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. Mostert now to return. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. But you said it earlier in the quarter when we saw a broken tackle then that we might see some missed tackles here early on in week 1, and that's another one right there.
Yeah, not a surprise at all. It will even out as the season extends because everyone will get used to the play speed. But right now, here in the early season, the advantage definitely goes to the offense.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 36. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he stopped immediately there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense could get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Saquon Barkley, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Bills have taken the lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. What an opening weekend it's been already. Could the best finish be coming here on Sunday night? We'll find out as we come up on a 1st and 10. Chubb with a first down carry as he'll get about 3 out of it. Make it 2nd and 7 coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Mayfield's throw taken in by Adams. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Chubb. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it.
And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. Well, this has been a bit of a tough game to figure out when it comes to him throwing the football. He's got the 3 touchdown passes, but now, Charles, this is a 3rd interception.
And those aren't really numbers that you'd like to see balance out. In a normal ledger sheet, if you can balance everything, you feel good about your day. But as a quarterback, you need your ratio to be more like 3 touchdown passes to 1 interception.
Now Mostert off the read option. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. 86 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. A handoff to Barkley. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Allen. And Diggs has it. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
That catch good for only a couple.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And he is unable to get in. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. Barkley. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. The kick by Bass is good. And the Bills will add on to their lead. So that CD, an important one here in the fourth quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a two-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a two-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. A tougher task for them now. That turnover on their last possession led to the field goal, meaning that they have to now try to erase a two-score deficit here in the fourth. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A good start there on first down. They've got to have this drive.
No doubt about it. Down a couple of scores. They have to find a way to put it in the end zone. Chunk plays, explosive plays. That will be the key to this drive.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Baker Mayfield only 6'1", but he can certainly sling it, and we saw evidence of that right there. Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand-new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 48 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They run with Mostert off the option. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. And Allen is actually going to throw it here. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. A big play here for Buffalo.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Back to throw. Allen. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. Allen to throw. He's going to drop this underneath to Mostert. Touchdown, Bills! Raheem Mostert, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Browns 34,
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Now it's Parker. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Browns' drive about to get started. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Second and 10. Now Mayfield. Now Mayfield lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Mayfield to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the Bills are going to get it back here just past the 35. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Buffalo, not much to complain about here. They come in and steal a victory in a tough place to play on a Sunday night. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers.